Hello and welcome to our how-to video series on the APIIDA API Gateway Manager. In this video, I would like to show you how to use version control via Git with the Broadcom Layer7 API Gateways. Before we start, I'd like to give you a quick overview of the infrastructure I will be using for this demo, and also a quick preview of how you might want to use Git to silo your environments in an enterprise or financial services environment. Here you can see the Gateway Manager is in the demo environment, and it's connected to a test gateway and a production gateway. And then it has links to GitHub, to the various repositories for the APIs which I will be using for the demonstration. Using version control and Git integration in particular with the API Gateway Manager gives you the possibility to silo your environments. So you can have multiple gateway managers connecting to your internal Git repository, and they will not straddle the firewall between any test, development or production environments. So first, for each one of our APIs, we're going to create a repository. So let me first look at our APIs. And I'm going to use this one, and I'm just going to copy the name and create a repo, a private repo. Private, add a readme so it initializes it. I also have a personal access token set up already, which in here should be set in my configuration under Git credentials. So there, I've set that up. It's just a token, you put it in the password field. And so then in my APIs, I can click on Git version control, and I use the HTTPS git clone link. I tell it that I want to use my credentials that I set earlier, and the format is APIIDA enhanced. This is a much cleaner way of storing the data rather than like in XML. Okay, so I'll check the availability. Okay, so for this API, it is now connected to version control. Now I can export the code from a node and push into Git, which is what I want to do. So I'll take it from SSG test, from the main branch, and push the current state. This one, create a bundle and push it to Git. So now let's have a look in Git and refresh, and here's our code. Yeah, services, policies, folders, mappings. Okay, so now I have my code in Git. I could go to another gateway manager, set up the same, pointing at the same Git repository. This is to be able to silo your environments, and I'm only using this one single instance, but I could use multiple instances of the Gateway Manager. But yes, I'll go to my APIs, I can perform a migration, and I select a service, which is my one. Now I have the choice of going from a Layer 7 gateway or Git repository. Git repository is the way I'm demonstrating today. So I select my target gateway and I go to production. I'm going to skip indexing because it'll be quicker for the demo. I don't need to do that if I have done no changes using Policy Manager on the target. Anything outside Gateway Manager. I could just perform this directly using execute with default settings, and that would be a one-click migration. But as it is here, it shows everything in green will be actioned. Yeah, and so I could test it. I'm not going to test it. I'm just going to perform it. Okay, migration completed successfully, and it shows exactly what was done. Now, if I want to revert the migration, I can go back to the migration. I can change mappings to different mappings if I want to. For instance, I could assign this to another user, somebody that is allowed to do deployments onto production if I wasn't able to. I could download the bundle to be used another time, to export to somewhere else. The beauty of this is that if I wanted to use policy as code, I could go in here, I could change any of this XML, right? Change it, update it, and as long as it's stored in Git, then when I want to migrate and I want to push it, I can push it straight from there. I can also, if I go back to my APIs, let's say I've done an update to the API, I can actually tag my update with a new tag, v1.1 for instance, and from test I can say what the changes I've done on test is now version 1.1. So now if I did a migration, I can select the service and the target goes to there, and the tag, sorry, that's just my mouse, I can pick version 1.1, and then that can go to production or just execute. Completed. So using the API Gateway Manager, it is as simple as that, to integrate Git into your Layer 7, Broadcom Layer 7 API Gateway environment. Thank you very much for watching, and look out for more videos in this series on our YouTube channel.